The judiciary of Uganda is taking a bold step into the future, one that could transform how justice is delivered, measured, and improved. In a groundbreaking move, the judiciary has announced the launch of a Performance Enhancement Tool, or simply known as PET, a digital web-based system designed to strengthen accountability and performance among judicial officers and ultimately to improve access to justice for every Ugandan. Speaking ahead of its launch, Supreme Court Justice Mike Chibita, the chairperson of the Judiciary's Performance Management and Awards Committee, explained that the system would go live officially on October 17, 2025. He described PET as a homegrown innovation developed specifically for Uganda's judiciary and not just any other borrowed system from other sectors. Justice Chibita said that various appraisal methods relied on generic frameworks that did not reflect the true realities of judicial work. They often ignored the complexity and the weight of the cases and failed to consider feedback from people who interact with the courts daily. This includes the lawyers, prosecutors, and even litigants. The new Performance Enhancement Tool changes all that. It produces a 360-degree appraisal model, meaning that performance will now be evaluated from all directions. Not just from supervisors, but from peers, subordinates, as well as court users. In other words, the public will now have a voice in assessing how the judiciary actually performs. Justice Chibita further explained that the PET includes both quantitative measures, for example, disposal rates, backlog reduction, and qualitative measures like integrity, accessibility, and customer satisfaction. He emphasized that the system's goal is to ensure fairness and transparency, but not punishment. The PET, he said, is an enabler designed to help judicial officers grow, improve, and serve the public better. This tool will run in several cycles. It begins with performance planning, where targets are set and competencies are defined. Then comes monitoring and review, where feedback is gathered throughout the year. Next is evaluation, which compiles results from all sources to generate performance scores. Finally, the system moves into development and reporting, focusing on capacity building and leadership decisions based on real data. Justice Chibita admitted that introducing a new system comes with challenges, for example, resistance to change, the potential data errors, and the risk of overemphasizing numbers over quality. But to handle all that, the judiciary has planned training programs, audits, and a strong technical support, ensuring that the processes remain transparent and confidential.
Challenges may have been noted in those countries we have talked about. Those challenges should be lessons for us, so that we don't fall in the same. And this is why, for example, ECMIS, you have heard about ECMIS. ECMIS, we have rolled it out. But we started, we had challenges. That's why we did not roll out very fast. Why? Because we wanted to perfect in those areas that you people were telling us. ECMIS, payment on the system is very difficult. You see, accessing the progress of the case is a problem. So we just listened and we are making some amendments, we are making corrections. So this system, the fight, is not new, international, no, but it is new in the judiciary. Maybe it will be used as a benchmark for other ministries. You never know.
Dr. Pius Bigirimana, the permanent secretary to the judiciary, also shared his insights, drawing on his vast experience of over 40 years in public service. He noted that Uganda's justice system has for long battled case backlogs and inefficiencies that delay justice, eventually frustrating court users. The PET's 360-degree feedback approach, he said, these challenges can now be addressed in a more systematic way. Unlike the old manual evaluations that relied on only a supervisor's opinion, the new system gathers information from supervisors, peers, subordinates, lawyers, and the public, painting a fuller and more accurate picture of performance. Dr. Bigirimana also emphasized the importance of active case management and mediation, urging the courts to minimize adjournments and justify the long delays. He made a powerful point that judicial efficiency isn't just about justice, it's about economic development. When cases, especially commercial ones, drag on for years, they trap money, stall investments, and hurt business confidence. By speeding up justice, the PET will help unlock funds, support business growth, and even increase government revenue. The system also promises to support better decision making. With real-time data, leaders can now make evidence-based choices based on promotions, transfers, and resource allocations, ensuring that judicial officers are placed where they can perform the best. Joseph Senabulia, the Judiciary's Principal Information Management Officer, explained how PET integrates seamlessly with the e-case management information system, a digital database that tracks all case activities across Uganda's courts. He noted that counting completed cases alone does not tell the entire story. Some cases are quick, while some others, like complex fraud cases, require months or even years of preparation. That is why PET includes a case weighing feature which assigns value based on complexity, considering factors like the number of cases, witnesses, and the lawyers involved. This innovation, initially missing from the Danida-funded ECMIS project, has now been developed locally by the Ugandan government. It ensures that judicial officers are evaluated fairly, not by quantity, but by the quality and the difficulty of their work. By linking PET with the ECMIS system, the judiciary is eliminating the need for manual reporting, cutting down on paperwork, and reducing human error, a major step towards digital efficiency. As Uganda's judiciary prepares to go live with the Performance Enhancement Tool, one message is clear. The future of justice is digital, data-driven, and accountable. The system isn't about policing information, it's about empowering judicial officers to deliver justice better, faster, and actually more fairly. From the Supreme Court to the smallest magistrate's court, PET represents a new chapter in Uganda's journey towards a modern, transparent, and a people-centered justice system. Story compiled by Judith Kukunda for Uganda Radio Network in Kampala.